What's up, gamers? It's time for gaming. I only just realized, but this is probably a bad thing. Is this a porn game, the music that I'm playing? I'm not sure. It's from PC98, so it probably is a porn game. And that's, well, we're gonna drill later, so maybe unfortunate. Hope you're all feeling good today. I'm not. My shoulder is still really stiff. I got my flu shot yesterday for the thing that isn't the flu. And my arm was just really stiff yesterday, and I think I just slept wrong to compensate for that, so now it's still really stiff. Maybe worse than yesterday. It's more deeper in my shoulder instead. So it might be a short stream. I'm not sure yet. I didn't want to cancel because I already set it up, so... Besides, it's Mr. Driller. Mr. Driller is fun. So, yeah, let's just go to Mr. Driller. So I didn't play this back in the day, but this is actually like a GameCube title that never made it over until it came to the Switch and PC, and man, it's so good. I've actually never watched this. I've never watched this intro cutscene before. Actually, I really like this. This is nice. The music in this game especially is just fantastic. Like, it's so good. And again, puzzle games is one of those genres, isn't it, where the music is just fantastic constantly. Kind of like fighting games, and there's kind of a parallel with fighting games and puzzle games because the audience overlaps between them way more than people think, since they're pretty hardcore. Yep, it's Namco. This is actually connected to Dig Dug. I think he's Dig Dug's son or something like that. Look, there's Juruaga. So yeah, we're gonna play all the modes at least once. Probably more than once. Probably lowest difficulty first and then the highest that I've got unlocked after. Just to go through all the stuff, you know, at least once. To show the whole game. Because there's so much here. And be aware, I suck at this game. It gets hard. Man, the board on the lowest difficulty is small. Also, one piece of advice if you ever play Mr. Driller, turn the voice down, because that Lucky is usually way louder, and I just turned it down immediately. Because it gets obnoxious at full volume. Yeah, the whole thing is you have to dig down, not get crushed by the blocks falling down as you go down, and don't run out of oxygen. The oxygen is your timer, and that's kind of it. That's the basics of Mr. Driller, and it seems easy at first, but it gets hard. It gets very hard. I love this song. this is actually the song that really took me by surprise when I first played this Mr. Driller game, because I'd already played other entries. But those were like handheld entries, so the music is not going to be anywhere near this. There's not going to be lyrics. That's later. Whoops. I got exposed. I don't know Mr. Driller that well. Shit! No! Oh well. It's the lowest difficulty. You don't run out of oxygen that fast here, so it's not too bad. I've played the GBA and the Nintendo DS versions. The DS one was a launch title, I think, and got pretty clever with its name. Drill Spirits, DS. Yeah, you get crushed by the chocolate blocks, and they take way more oxygen if you drill through them. So you have to try and not... oh, oxygen. There we go. There we go. Yeah, lower difficulties are pretty easy. Never mind. That's not gonna lead to anything. Let's just go down. We're almost at the end. We're at the end. We did it. We beat the video game. Of course, that's not everything, of course. Let's go back to a higher difficulty to show what Mr. Driller can really be like. Okay, now we're playing. But yeah, this really becomes a exercise in sight reading and finding your path really fast. No, Mr. Driller is not a multiplayer game. Or actually, wait, this does have multiplayer. I've never played it, actually. But this is like the basic mode. There's way more interesting game modes, but I figured we'd start with the basics. Because the World Tour stuff is in every game. But some of the other stuff isn't. I should have just jumped up immediately. Yeah, it's a lot more zoomed out. There's way more colors now. It's way harder in general. Also, oxygen goes down faster than it used to. Damn it! That blew. I didn't properly read that. That's not disappearing. I just want the oxygen. There we go. That probably took more oxygen than it gave back. Easy oxygen. Nice. Yeah, these are really fun games to just play for a bit and then like come back to later. Because like everything is just short session, which is always nice with puzzle games. You can always just play them in short sessions. And I'm pretty sure that like this is perfect on the Switch. Where it also released. I should have gone to the side. See, I'm bad at this. But it's really unfortunate that puzzle games kind of have this weird stigma in the West. I really hate the identity that puzzle games have in the West, where it's like, casual games for women. That's how it's often presented. Like the Brentalfloss game. The Brentalfloss song where he puts lyrics over Tetris and he just goes on about how Tetris is only for people who have tits and a vagina, and it's like, dude, come on. Like, they're kind of always seen as these casual things, even though, like, the fighting game community goes really hard on them with versus stuff. I'm gonna run out of oxygen. There's no easy Oh, wait. I can get that on time? Yeah, I can. Just in time. Can I get that on time? Yeah. Can I get this on time? No. Fuck. I'm dead. Yep. That's what Mr. Driller is normally like. It's way harder. Let's see, we also have Star Driller, we still have Drindy Adventure, which is a puzzle game, we have Horror Night House, which is a different type of puzzle game, and Juraga, which is a Metroidvania, kind of. Now we're gonna play Mario Kart. This game mode comes with random items that give you power-ups or massive debuffs, or sometimes both at the same time. And also, oxygen here goes down way faster since you're in space. Also, the music here has this orchestral theme to it that is really good. I nearly killed myself there. That oxygen block is what would stop it from crushing me. There we go. Oh, why did I go into it? Now I have to redo everything. Well, not everything. I have to start from the barrier, basically. Every 100 blocks there's a barrier, and that's kind of like a checkpoint. That's usually where the difficulty also starts changing. The oxygen goes different, or blocks start moving faster. Stuff like that. Yeah, part of the shame of puzzle games having that sort of stigma that they have is that people tend to feel like they're above them in a weird way. Or they think they're better than the puzzle games because the puzzle games are like for casuals. But then when they play it, they kind of just get humiliated because they're actually really hard when you get to like higher difficulties. And they don't like that. People really don't like the easy thing turning out to be harder than they expected. They're fine with the thing that everyone says is hard being hard, but the thing that's supposed to be easy not going automatically, that's bad. Like, you get people who think they're like super good at Tetris because they can do really well until the speed hits level 9. And like, that's when the game kind of starts. But since they don't have much comparison for how other people play openly, it doesn't matter. But then, you know, you hit stuff like Grandmaster, and that becomes way too hard for people to get frustrated. Mr. Driller is one of those games that will just humiliate you very easily. And that's also what I like about it. It's openly difficult, because the single-player challenges are actually at the level that a multiplayer puzzle game would usually get. Fuck. Oxygen. There we go. I should actually get oxygen. That's a good idea. So the thing with that is also those black holes and stuff are pretty consistent in their location. There's another trap like it, UFO. You can evade them, but they also appear consistently in certain locations, so it's not the worst. But oh, I saw that coming. Rhythm games also have that stigma, yeah. Like, people keep memeing about Miku really hard when those games are brutal. Like, they're too hard for most people, legitimately. Like, sure, everyone can beat, like, a rhythm game on, like, easy. Like, Project Diva on easy is very easy. Project Diva on extra extreme, good luck. You're not gonna do that on a normal controller, usually. But the thing with Miku also, we're gonna do the higher difficulty one now. The other fun thing with Miku is that, like, people joke about, haha, what if the cute girl was actually evil and crazy and did all this weird stuff or had a gun? And it's like, yeah, no, the songs already cover that. The songs go harder on that than you do. Like, there's so many Project Diva songs that are in Project Diva where Miku is just like a dictator or part of the secret police that is spying on you. There are so many Kagamine songs that are just openly about, like, suicide or hating your past self and wanting to destroy it. Vocaloid music goes deep. And I think a lot of that stigmatization also just has to do with us just not having that much of an arcade history in the West. Because a lot of the games that have this stigma kind of just are arcade games, repeatedly. Arcade games cannot be sophisticated or difficult because they're simple and childish. That's kind of the view we have. That's a shame, because there's so many great things that just come out of the arcade, or are Arcadian nature. Arcade doesn't necessarily have to mean simple, but we'll get to that with a future stream that I have planned. I just have to learn how to play a certain game first, and that game is very hard to learn to play. Okay, now I just have to take care of this whole oxygen situation, because this is getting bad. Come down with me. There we go. Alright, this is good. This is good. No! Okay. Please still be there. Thank you. Okay. I'm saved. Did I just actually end up with 69? I'm not paying attention to that anymore. I nearly killed myself. Misread that. Totally misread that. That's fine, it's only the first death. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, good, good, good. Nope. Yeah, the drill game is OP. It's very much OP. It's so much OP that I can't even handle it. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Nope. No, 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 no. Leave me alone. So that UFO brings you back to the start of that area. It's consistently always in the same place. It just fucks with you. Damn it! I just want the oxygen. There we go. Okay, it was here. Then all this disappears, and now I can get more oxygen. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good. Probably not gonna get a clear on this, but fine. Oh, you just subscribed? Thank you. Welcome to, whatever it is we call this. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Oxygen. And I want that oxygen too. Damn it. Okay, I can get that one though. That's good enough. Let's go. I am trapping myself. Oh no, wait. Ugh. Wow, I didn't even plan for that. That's actually lucky. Yeah, but you have to get oxygen, Greedy, because otherwise you're gonna forget about the oxygen, and then you just, you know, die. Okay. Okay, how far? There. Oh, I can't get that oxygen. Thank you, Warp. You did... Oh. Oh, no, shit. There we go. Still got it. I can call it after you. I don't know about that. Oh, you stopped by through the music? I mean, that is completely fair. Mr. Driller music is just... It's something special. Alright, that was Star Driller. So we still got these three. And after that, I'm just gonna, like, chill and play whatever the hell I want. So let's start with Druaga. Thankfully, this is not as obtuse as actual Tower of Druaga. It still is, but it's not as obtuse. Okay. So in this mode, you have a map, and you actually have, like, the same power-ups that you had in the other mode, except more of them, and you use them from a menu. Instead of oxygen, you have HP, and you lose HP every time you, like, hit a block. That's basically the gist of it. Oh god. Oh yeah, and you have enemies that you have to kill. And that is very jank, but then again, it's Druaga, and Druaga is jank to begin with, so it's all fine. And for anyone who doesn't know, Tower of Druaga is a very influential arcade game that kind of helped kickstart the action RPG and adventure genre into the direction that it would end up going into. Go to the bottom of this one for... Oh, the bottom of this one is just... Shit. That was a bad call. Oh well. Oh, Tower of Druaga is like mid or early 80s. Without it, Legend of Zelda probably wouldn't exist. Or at least not in the form that it does. And it is something that I want to stream one of these days, but... I have to learn it, and learning it is difficult. Yeah, so we're gonna go to the left then. There we go. We're in a different room. Is there anything important here? Doesn't look like it. There's knights here, though, and they're annoying. Yeah, let's just go down. Fuck it. Actually, I did get a warp. I could just leave. Let's see if I can get some decent crystals first. Alright, let's warp. Let's get out. Let's go to the right. Yeah, Druaga came with a giant notebook, and it was kind of customary in Japanese arcades for people to exchange notes on games so they could understand them deeper. And that's kind of how they viewed mastery of arcade games. The more you knew about them, not necessarily just being able to beat them. And Druaga is kind of a maze game on its own, kind of like Pac-Man, except every stage of the game has a secret objective, and they all give items that make the game easier, and you need most of them to actually clear the game completely. It's the first game possibly in its type to have a good and a bad ending, which is interesting in and of itself. And because of that, it's hard to learn to play, because the game doesn't tell you what the secret objectives are. You're supposed to find out and tell that to other players who are also playing, so you're all pooling your information together. And if that sounds familiar, that's what eventually became the basis for stuff like Dark Souls as well, where it becomes a community effort to figure out all the weird, deep stuff behind the video game as a community. A lot of old, archaic Japanese games kind of are like that, and in the West, we kind of replaced that with buying a guide, and that has kind of created this cynical view of game design like that, which is a shame. Alright, let's get to the bottom of this. He is here, right? Yeah. God, this music, though. I should probably use HP. I like this mode. It's a bit clunky, especially fighting against enemies. Why do I always get this sort of timing? I swear I'm not doing it intentionally. But it's interesting. It's very, very interesting. And it's a different pace from the rest of the game, which I can appreciate. Yep, the key is here. I need more HP. I'm gonna recolor a bunch so I can destroy more in one hit. More HP. This might be a little bit on the low side. HP issues. Does this work? No, it doesn't work on him. Fuck. I have to... Oh. Yeah, like Pokemon people talked about the secrets. Like, we kind of worked the proper way of playing Pokemon out, but I think it's also because the game really marketed itself towards, like, playing with friends in the West as well. Trading all the Pokemon and stuff. Like, I think that really worked in its favor for playing it like that. Alright, we got the key. Please, 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 please give me HP over there. Please. Like, we all played Castlevania 2 back in the day, and yet almost nobody knew the stuff without having called the company or bought Nintendo Power or whatever. Okay, good. That's the start. It's a shame that I have to use up all of these, because you kind of need them for the boss as well. With this kind of HP, I don't really have a choice. That should kill him as well. No, it doesn't. So that doesn't work on normal enemies. I never tried that out. Because that's how you fight the boss, with those recolors. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's go. Maybe if I keep saying it, I get lucky again. No. Oh, nice. Alright. I should be okay for the boss. Alright, here we go. Boss time. So the way you fight the boss in this game mode is by changing his color and blasting it with gems, and that's kind of it. And you just hope you don't run out of HP before then. Let's see. Color green. Now his aura is green. Now we blast green. Should probably get over here. Oh god. There we go. That should do it. That's more HP. Okay, I'm good. Blast 2 is kind of useless against him, but might be good for destroying blocks soon. HP. Oh, now we can use Blast 2. Now we just wait for that to drop. Now we go down again. Okay. Yeah, that violin is going hard. Love me a good video game violin. Please give me a color change and a blast that I can use against him. Probably have to kill the enemies for it. Damn it, enemy. Give me something I can use. Get down. Yeah, that's not helpful at all. Intense violin is the best genre. Hell yeah. Violins are so good. I used to think that I hated them as a kid because I didn't know what a violin actually was, and my mom didn't like them. And then later on I realized that, oh hey, that thing I like in every video game soundtrack is actually a violin. Whoops. I was a dumb kid. Okay, HP is becoming an issue again. Oh, I have a recolor green. And I have a blast green. There we go. I think violins are underrated in a lot of genres. Like, there's a power metal band from Japan that uses a violin. And they're obscenely good. I forget their name. One of their songs is called Cadaver. And they also played Backward and call it Radavik. Unlucky Morpheus, there we go. They have a violin player, and they're really good. I need a recolor green. Maybe this is one. Nope, that's HP. Oh well. Yeah, I've heard some of Gust's music, and wow. I really want to get into Atelier and such. They're also so expensive on Steam right now. I kind of don't want to buy games for like PlayStation 4 anymore because end of generation, time to move away from that system. If that makes sense. Probably doesn't make sense for everyone, but you can get it on PC, you know. It It doesn't really have the same worth anymore, for me at least. Recolor green. Alright, finally. Finally, I can hit him. I need a recolor red, or just to blast any other color but red. Oh, fuck. Can't believe I've done this. At least I have all this HP. Yeah, there was a bunch of games that I wanted to buy in the sale, and they're just not on sale during this summer sale. It's a shame. No discounts for a bunch of games that I wanted. But I also bought, like, what, 150 euros worth of games, so maybe I shouldn't complain? I mean, I had the money, and these are games that I'll probably play for, like, the rest of the year until the next summer sale. Give me a video game. Alright, it's green again. It's just eternally green. Finally. We got him. I'm not gonna play the higher difficulty one of this because it's pretty much the same, but bigger map. And that takes even longer than this. Yeah. Okay. So then we haven't played horror or Drindy. So let's play Drindy. This is puzzle mode, basically. This is the real puzzle mode. There's no oxygen, there's no timer. You can just take how long you want. And you have to get, well, in this version, 20 gold statues. And you have to be aware of these boulders. There's more traps than just these boulders, but... Oh, this music. I just play this mode for the music. I don't even like playing this mode, to be honest. That's how good the music is. Nope. I just keep thinking of fighting Ramuh in Final Fantasy XIV for some reason. That's where my mind goes. It's not really the same, but... But yeah, music in this game is just something else. I'd only heard like the DS and GBA music, so I didn't expect it to go this hard when I got this version. Matthew Matosis made like a playlist of his favorite video game music a while ago for people on his Patreon, and there was a bunch of like Mr. Driller music in there as well. I was like, yeah, that tracks with that guy. Alright. Just in time. Nice. Perfect execution, totally planned. Okay, good. It's so satisfying to handle these bowls properly. Because it gets hard on the later difficulties. It gets really hard. Because then they also throw in other, much more evil traps. Alright, let's get up here. And this will take care of itself. I will play this one on a higher difficulty, just to show how absurd it gets. Okay. Let's just... Oh, wait. Yeah, I don't have to do any big brain stuff. I can just stand on top of it. That one is already rolling. Gonna break itself? Yeah. Now we got the Kirby. Right. Is this still worth getting? Break this first. Pray. Oh, it goes to that side. Okay, good. Sometimes you're just not sure what side it's gonna roll first. Then you just make the sound test version doesn't loop. Ah, that's a shame. Oh look, there's one of the other traps. This one puts spikes under at the direction that it faces. Go through it. It does a lot of bullshit with that. Oh shit. Okay, good. I didn't fuck up. I thought I did. I really thought I did. Nope. Yeah, I guess it has some spelunker in it. Not necessarily spelunky. That's another one I want to stream one of these days. And I don't know why, but I kind of want to play these games that I would never just play for myself. So, Spelunker and Druaga are in there. Just so I can say, hey, I did this. I mean, if, Bottleneck can actually play Spelunker on stream, I mean, I could. I have no idea how Koronai played it for like 12 hours on stream, honestly. I'd go insane. Alright, like that. There we go. Just leave that one intact so it doesn't bother us. Alright. We got all 25, and we only needed 20. Nice. Alright, and now we're gonna fail the hard one. But yeah, to unlock the next difficulty, the next level, basically, you have to beat all of the games at that level. And that's actually really hard, because you have game modes like this. Maybe I'm just small-brained, but, like, for some reason, Adventure always gives me more problems than a lot of the others. Oh, shit. There we go. Special, you can buy power-ups in the store if you're really struggling to make them easier. You get stuff like extra lives and such. I kind of consider it cheating, so I don't. Maybe I should do it just to get to like the higher levels of the ones that I do better in. All right. Oh yeah, the developers knew that this game is really fucking hard. Like, who would do this otherwise? You can trap yourself in that direction because of the ball. Like this. But also I'm an idiot, so... And then they just also put the idol that you have to grab there. Because of course they do. Nope. I know what you're trying. Okay, it's becoming difficult. Nope. There's a really quirky thing in this game where if you climb up a ledge, you get iframes basically. So you can kind of go through the balls in a weird way. And some of the puzzles are just designed around you doing that. Like, they just expect you to just figure that out and do it. No! That was stupid. That was very stupid. No. Yeah, like I said, this mode gets actually difficult after a while. And this is one of those parts where it's already difficult. And this is the start of the stage. We have to go to 2000 and we're 300. So it's just starting. Those are the flames. They shoot flames automatically, kind of like the spike traps, but you don't trigger them, they trigger themselves. Nope. That was phenomenally stupid. I don't know what I was expecting. All right, let's speed run back to where we were. Yeah, that's this mode. This mode was entirely made around, oh boy, around those moments. That's why it has that sort of Indiana Jones theme. Let's just go quickly. Don't think, only drill. No thoughts. Okay, that's a thought, but it was a good one. No thoughts, only drill. I can't get that one, but I could do this. Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm going too fast, so... Kingdom of the Crystal Drill. Alright. We're back at 200. Which means we're almost at 300. Yeah, that's the easy way to go, I guess. Why did I not think of that earlier? No, this is not the GBA version. I mean, it does kind of look like it, doesn't it? Alright. Oh, you can't replicate that thing here. Okay. Then let's go like this. That. And that. And now it's not going to follow me too far, I hope. Like this. Yeah, there we go. Now we're in the safe. Are we though? Are we safe? Are we ever safe? I don't think so. There we go. Now it's working out. Yep, this was intended to be like a Dig Dug series. It just became its own big thing, and it's really cool how that happened. Shit! Reed! If I just destroyed the blue, I could have just do that. Stupid. Oh well. That is video gaming. I did do it right. And we break it here, and that thing breaks. Good. Break it before it rolls, and what do we do now? Grab this, and then we go to this side. Nice. Yeah, I really hope we get more Mr. Driller too. Like, it kind of feels like this releasing on Steam and the Switch could be like an avenue for, oh hey, there's still money in this. Let's make a sequel. But I don't know how well it's sold. Because, like, only a few people are really, really excited about this being on Switch and Steam. And those people are in the right. Why did I walk past that? Oh well. That's enough puzzle mode. We haven't done Haunted House yet. This one is surprisingly simple. To a point where I feel like it's almost an oversight how simple it is. So you're this vampire dude and you kill ghosts. You're a ghostbuster. And you do this by injecting... Come on. Injecting holy water into those things when there's a ghost in it. That's kind of it. It is that simple. It feels like an oversight in how easy this mode is for the most part. Yeah, this music is... In a soundtrack where every like mode has a super great song, this is like one of the best ones. I mean, you're killing the ghosts with the holy water. That's the point. And that's it, pretty much. That's this mode. It's really easy, especially compared to, like, everything else. Oh, I already had holy water on me. Okay. Oh, whoops. To clear the stage, that's the point. Clear stages. Oh yeah, like, I'm not complaining. It just feels like it's almost an oversight when it's so easy compared to all the other modes. Because the other modes get really brutal, but this one just doesn't. Like, even the health is a non-issue in this. I can just take hits if I want. Oh, whoops. That was dumb. I just need to kill one more. And done! We beat the horror house level 1. The other levels are pretty much the same thing. Now let's do the higher difficulty Star Driller. Let's just do that a couple of times, because we've kind of done everything already at least once. Oh wow, it actually took an hour to show everything once. It's longer than I expected. And again, there is quite a lot to this game. I like it that. Like, I like puzzle games that have a lot of modes. So they experiment a lot with the different directions that you can take the same formula. Yeah, I like the whole theming of the game, where it's like, this is an amusement park and everyone's just having a good time being trapped by the villain, who for some reason dragged them all to an amusement park where they're just having fun. I did come across like a really, really dumb article a couple of days ago. It's hard to drill and talk. I did come across like an article the other day that was complaining specifically about this release, about how insensitive the world mode is, where you drill across the planet to like all the different countries, and that this sort of colonialization should like end because it's evil and racist and from a Western lens. And it's like, you do realize that this is an Asian game from like the mid-2000s, right? And not a new game. Of course, people like that never seem to understand, you know, different time and cultural perceptions, only their own. I just find that stuff hilarious. Like, it's too silly to even be mad about. Like that article that complained that Yakuza, the game series, is like Asian fetishization by white people because all the Asian people know kung fu. And man, I love that stuff so much. Yeah. And of course, like, that article was written by like an Asian American, someone who calls themselves that as well. So it's like, yeah. It's someone who is like Asian as a race, but has never left the US or really got in touch with like anything that's culturally Asian to begin with. Because even just calling all of it Asian is a bit, Asian cultures kind of go all over the place. There isn't just Asian. Oh, they actually did point at Street Fighter and called it racist. For the same reason, for the representation of Asian characters as sumo wrestlers and martial artists. Because of course. There we go. Yeah, I don't get mad about stuff like that. It's just so extreme that it's just funny in a weird way. Like, it's demented. And you can easily, like, pretend that, like, a lot of people are on board with it, but it was just some dumb article that showed up on Google and nobody ever really brings up. So it's not even, like, a major controversy or non-controversy or whatever. It's just someone being dumb on the internet for our entertainment. Oh yeah, Japan can get racist towards foreigners, but how should I put it? Everyone gets racist in their way. It's just we mostly focus on the racist attitudes of Western civilization because we live in the West. And we really care about bettering ourselves in a way that maybe doesn't immediately come to mind for the other countries that aren't really like dealing with so many immigrants the way that we are. Like, China isn't advertising itself as like a racially diverse melting pot or anything. So they're not going to have those conversations. And in China, they just hire white monkeys, like white people to stand around and be white so they can look international. That's an actual thing you can do over there. Not like it's much different from Japan, where a lot of those people who are living in Japan as a English teacher who are bragging about that, what they're being paid for is just standing in a classroom in a corner being white while the actual English teacher, who is Japanese and doesn't speak English, is talking to the class. You have that stuff everywhere. And that's not like putting down people who really do want to do better and change, but there's just a lot of noise that's also just in the conversation. And you're always gonna get that. That's why you should just laugh at the stupid noise that sometimes shows, why is that UFO here again? Go away. No. No, no, no. Don't. I should have just let myself get dragged away. Yeah, it would have been nice if, like, the thing about Mr. Driller would have driven more sales to Mr. Driller. Maybe someone should have posted it to, like, V or Reddit or something, and then people will buy it out of spite to support the games because it's being deemed as racist. That might work. Yeah, that one UFO just cost, like, 2 lives. Just an immediate game over. That's the hardest working UFO of all time. Alright, we're getting serious now. It actually beat this difficulty level before. I don't remember. There we go. We made it. Got gravity. Gravity in space. Which means that everything goes down slower instead of faster somehow. I don't think that's how gravity works. Oh, Japan has, like, tons of issues in their history with race. Just look at the Ainu cultures. What happened there? Like, the last chunk of that, like, really just fell out of control during the war that they had with Russia that we're not allowed to talk about anymore. So I guess Golden Kamui has made it more approachable as a topic in Japan now, somehow. Like, Golden Kamui kind of just ensured that more Ainu stuff gets preserved in a way that didn't happen before, which is just wild. But, like, a manga can actually cause that sort of change. Then there's, like, you know, the stuff with China, the wars they had there. There's their whole no foreigners policy that they had for the longest time, which is why they were such a closed-off society. There's a lot there. Even to this day, like, the kanji for foreigner, gaijin, is just, you know, outsider. But, is that really so weird? Like, if I look at how Dutch people handle, like, foreigners, it's kind of the same. We don't say it that way, though. Like, there are people who came here from, like, Suriname and, like, Antilles, who literally have a Dutch passport since childbirth because we kind of owned their settlements, and we don't treat them as Dutch, even though they are Dutch natively. Even so, many generation ones are still never really considered part of the country. Messed up, but, you know, what are you gonna do about it? I kind of know it because I get that same treatment as well, kind of. For some reason, I didn't even notice the UFO. Fuck. For some reason, I think it's just because my accent has kind of been afflicted by my English in a way, which might sound weird, but it happened. So my Dutch doesn't sound entirely like normal, standard. So I get treated as a foreigner a lot too. Oh yeah, China and I don't know how to pronunciate that. The Uyghurs. Yeah, I know about that. That's also... Ugh. But then they're also, like, constantly fighting with Russia, you know, white people there. It's all a whole thing, and it's terrible. Uyghurs? That sounds like a very different wrong thing, and I almost want to think that it's wrong, unless I'm saying that bad. Uyghurs. That sounds like white people who are really into rap. Can't be right. Like, I'm not saying you guys are wrong or anything, but... Yeah, it's almost... Oh, so it is pronounced like that. Okay. Okay. So basically Eminem. Yeah, got it. But anyway, Mr. Driller, this game is good. Go play it. It's on sale, I think, in the Steam sale. I didn't check. I bought it during another Steam sale, so it probably is. Oh, UFO, get out, get out. No, no, you're not... These UFOs are gonna be the death of me. I mean, technically, they already got me game over'd one. And now I died. Now I'm gonna get sent back. Okay, good. Critical race theory and Mr. Driller. Yeah. I mean, we could play the World Tour mode again. That's what started all of this. Oh, it's $12. That's a very good price for this, honestly. Nope. I should have drilled to the left, and then I would have been safe. Oh well. Every block in Mr. Driller is discourse. Every single block is an important theory that you have to discuss or debunk. And some of them are just really big chunks of blocks. Now those big X blocks, you have to be careful of those because they're the same material as the bridge that PewDiePie got cancelled over. All right, let's go to the one where this almost makes sense. It was World Tour. Yeah, I've been eyeing Somnium Files as well, but I feel like I've already spent more than enough money on a Steam sale. Let's see, what did I buy? Sound is gonna go away for a bit because I'm looking at my files. I bought the House in Fata Morgana, Yakuza 3, 4, and 5 Remastered, Danganronpa version 3, Danganronpa Another Episode, Ultra Despair Girls, Way of the Samurai 4, Baldur's Gate 2 Enhanced Edition, and then in the second wave, Utawara Mono, Mask of Truth and Mask of Deception, Cruelty Squad, Trials of Mana, Hades, Record of Lodoss War, Deedlit, and Wonder Labyrinth, Mushihime-sama, Bug Fables, The Everlasting Sapling, Killer 7, Labyrinth of Refrain, Coven of Dusk, and Death Smiles. I bought a lot. Oh, I didn't mean to play Big Map 1. Whoops. Say all of that 10 times fast. No. Yeah, why did I wait for that? That's... Oh, my eyes are not liking this after focusing on Star Driller for so long. Yeah, there's a couple of cave games in there. Actually, I bought the cave bundle, but I already had the Donpachi Daifukatsu, so that's not there. The Donpachi is so good. Kataga is very good. Love that game. But I kind of want that one Capcom arcade bundle thing solely because one of my favorite cave shmups is in there. If I'm not mistaken. Pro Gear. Pro Gear is very underrated, but nobody talks about it because there's no Saturn port, basically. Like, you kind of notice, if there's, like, no Saturn port, people aren't talking about it. Like, Asparade. Asparade is very good. I can understand it. We don't have the same arcade culture as Japan had, so arcade-only games kind of just get glossed over. Okay, if I just have this fall one block... Oh. Yeah, that works. Asparade is on the Switch now, I know, and I'm glad that it got to like a modern system. I've seen more people talk about it since that event, and that's good. I wish they'd like bring those shot trigger versions over to Steam. I'd buy them in a heartbeat. Oxygen. I can get that one fairly easily, I think. Yeah. No, I can't, because I'm an idiot who drills one extra block for no reason. That's fine. Why did I even do that? Yeah, the only problem I have with World Tour is just that the later fields just get way too big. Yeah, I also bought a bunch of stuff on the GOG sale. Like, I got Bard's Tale remastered on there. Because I want to see how they handled the auto mapping. Because I know that, like, you shouldn't play that game with something like that. It takes away a lot of the exploration element. But I want to see how they did it. As well as Wizardry, whatever the hell the JRPG version one was called. The one where Exceed had licensing issues on the day of release. That one. That is still such a weird thing that happened. Exceed... Shit. Exceed, was bringing over a Wizardry game, and then, like, on the day of release, they had to cancel the release because they didn't have the license to release it. Like, an hour before the release or something like that. Like, how does something like that happen? And they still got it sorted, but it's still so weird. We're doing decent. I think there was more that I bought on GOG, but I can't remember. I try to buy my games on there if I can, usually, because I prefer how they do everything, basically. At least Exceed is trying, right? I guess. Like, I heard major issues. Did they do the No More Heroes ports? Because I heard there were major issues with No More Hero Desperate Struggle on Steam. I played a little bit of Legend of Grimrock, the first one, and I wasn't super into it, but I was playing it on someone else's PC, so maybe that's why. I was playing at a friend's place and couldn't take my time for it. That might have had a lot to do with my negative experience with that. I'm tempted to grab 1 and 2 one of these days and just see how it goes now. Especially now that I know dungeon crawlers a lot better than back then. I just want to get to the lyrics once. Oh, that didn't... Oh, that does fall how I thought it would. Okay, good. The second mode has a lot of cool fan campaigns. That's very nice. I always love it when stuff like that happens. Like that last Wizardry, the Japanese one also had something like that, where it came with this big tool that basically lets you make whatever the hell you wanted, but people made very in-depth campaigns within it. Am I up to date with Holland football discourse? Okay, so here's how much I care about football. The last soccer game, and I'm saying soccer as a European, that I watched, I must have been 8 years old. I don't care about the sport at all. Sorry. Like, I kind of just drifted away from most stuff that's, like, popular on TV here since I was a teenager. And, like, I just don't care for how much soccer is the only significant thing in a lot of people's identity here. That just... I hate it. It is so extreme, the way Dutch people go with that. I should look up the lyrics to this one of these days. I just know one part. Driller Drillland. 僕らの夢を叶う諦めないでね Oh, dude, you don't know how bad Dutch people get with soccer either. It's the only thing kids play outside. It's the only time when Dutch people show personality or actual care about something that isn't, like, funny. During World Cups and European Cups, every street is completely orange. Like, everything is draped in orange flags and orange decorations. Half of the products in the supermarkets are branded orange now. It's everywhere to a very obnoxious degree. And then every game there's fireworks and people on the streets. And if a game goes south, people are gonna get angry and start rioting. Well, not rioting anymore. It's not as bad. Maybe about 10 years ago or so, there would still be like millions and millions of like property damage after every soccer match. Just on repeat. Like, for those who care about like Dutch soccer, I'm from The Hague. So that puts into context how bad riots and like hooliganism gets, because we kind of got infamous for having some of the worst of that in Europe. Yep. The Hague. You still get a lot of those traces of the football fans who are very deeply connected to like the seedy underbelly and all the crime stuff that goes on everywhere. Like, that's still there. Pretty much all of them are like racist skinheads. So many videos of them like breaking the chairs in the arenas and just throwing it onto the field while like trying to set stuff on fire. It's not fun. Now, the only sports I really watch is like professional wrestling at this point, because it's the fun, dumb spectacle. And even then, I don't really watch WWE anymore. Like, I can't watch that anymore. So now I watch like TJPW, you know, Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. I watch AEW. I watch DDT. I want to start watching Dragon Gate. And it's funny, like, you can watch all those different wrestling promotions and it still takes less time than it takes to watch, like, WWE programming. Because there's so much of it, and so much of it is terrible. Mario Golf is fun. It's one of those games that you think you're not going to enjoy unless you've played it. For a lot of people, I think, because... back in the day with the Nintendo 64, me and my friends would play so much Mario Golf. Like, none of us liked or cared about golf before then. But that and Mario Tennis just quickly became staples, and one of my friends actually got into actual tennis because of that. I also imagine that golf is like really, like, to watch is really relaxing, and it takes fairly long, so it's something you can have on in the background for hours. I know people have that with, like, Tour de France, cycling stuff. Okay, oxygen, get here. For the past year, I've, like, tried, well, not year, longer than that, actually. I've tried getting into, like, UFC and stuff, but it doesn't do anything for me. After shows, like, I already forget who was on the show or what happened. It just doesn't stick with me. And during most match fights, like, I get kind of disappointed with how little happens in them and how quickly it's over. Like, you get this super long build and you get all these promo packages and advertisements, and then, like, it's over in, like, 5 seconds. Yeah, the thing that made us, like, really stick with Mario Golf was the mini golf mode that was there. That was, like, really fun. And then we moved to, like, the regular golf mode when we had our fill of the mini golf, and it's like, oh, wait, this is all actually really fun. I liked how you could, like, I don't know if the new ones still have it, but you could just taunt a lot. Like, all the C buttons had a taunt for every character. So good. Yeah, there's mini golf in the Nintendo 64 version. Has quite a bunch of courses in it. It's fun. It's so much fun. Like, I actually bought it because that was there. But the Nintendo 64 version doesn't have, like, power-ups or any weird stuff. Just mini golf and regular golf. in like their traditional form. But the basics of Mario's sports games are like so solid that they're actually kind of more fun without power-ups. I find, like, I kind of got disappointed with the GameCube version for like focusing on the mini games and stuff. That just made it less fun for me in a weird way. Because like you introduce mini game stuff and you introduce like power-ups. We'll do one more Star Driller. If you introduce that stuff, then you always get this feeling that it's not your fault that it went bad. It's the RNG. And when you get that, like, the fun kind of gets less, in a way. Like, I've had that same feeling with Mario Kart. The more aggressive the items started getting. Like, I don't like Mario Kart 8 because of that. I think the last Mario Kart that I really enjoyed was DS. DS was a good time. Oh yeah, I guess Mario Golf didn't come out on the Wii. I guess they figured that, like, Wii Sports was enough or something. But it would have been nice to have, like, a big, fleshed out, like, you know, versions of those mini-games on the system. If that makes sense. Because, like, the Wii Sports stuff was fun, but they were a bit too simple and bare bones. Was there even a golf in that? I don't remember. Had to be, right? Maybe in resorts? I just remember tennis and boxing. Wii Sports had golf. Okay, so I'm not going insane. Yeah, like a lot of the Wii Sports games were pretty simple, but it was like the free pack-in game, so you can't really complain. But I kind of wish there was more of it. I never played Resort either. I never got the Wii Plus sensor that I think it was built around. Like, by then I'd already kind of moved on from the Wii and got a 360. And then I never looked back, except for the 30 seconds when I got No More Heroes and played that. That was like the one game that made me look back at my Wii. Yeah, by the time Skyward Sword came out, I'd already moved on completely from that system. And I really didn't like Twilight Princess, so I wasn't too interested in another Zelda on the Wii. But this is gonna break all of this, and then I can get the oxygen. Good. That was dumb. Should have waited. Yeah, there's still a couple of games on the Wii that I want to play properly that I never got to play back in the day, but some of that is also just availability, because stores over here and like stacking games that aren't like shovelware has always been an issue. I really didn't like the Nintendo DS at first until I got an R4 so I could play the actual library for a change. Then it became my favorite handheld of all time. I'm gonna call it here. My shoulder is really hurting. Actually, yeah, the last time I played Wii was through Dolphin. I played Punch-Out on the Dolphin for the first time, and man, that game is good. It's a shame that I could never find it in stores back then. Maybe I should stream that game sometime. Or Super Punch-Out or something. I love Super Punch-Out. Anyway, I'll see you guys next stream. I don't know what I'm going to play next yet. I'll decide soon. I'll see you guys. Thanks for watching.